Hey Pratik, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good, good, good. So everyone get up so early, or you only get up?
Yeah, I get up. I get up, and sometimes if my husband is working, he gets up too. Yeah, because it's like, now it's like for the class, I have to get up early.
That's it. That's good. And that too without tea, right?
I'm sorry. What?
Without coffee.
Yeah, without coffee.
Oh my goodness. Until and unless I do not have a morning coffee, I do not leave the bed.
No. I think I can survive. Sometimes like in the afternoon or something, I might need a green tea. That's all.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that's a good habit. In fact, it's not a good thing, but
Yeah, because it's
unfortunately.
like I just don't like it.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so you can share your screen, Priti. So log in. So today Joe Biden is what I think that 10 o'clock is the
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are not getting out too much today
Oh yeah,
because there's going to be a lot of problems today, I believe. So we're all staying put. I told all of them. My daughter's in college, so I told her don't get out.
yeah. It's better. It's better.
Yeah.
I think that in Washington D.C. they already imposed a curfew, right?
Yeah, Washington DC, yeah, but it can be all over, People are
Yeah.
all getting out, and rally in all states, There's going to be like a big rally in every state.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hmm,
I think so. There's going to be rally all over the states of the United States. Every state might hold one.
shit.
Mhm.
It is not going to end, right? It means that even after today, this
Yeah,
phenomena will
probably.
continue,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. That's going to be lots of problem, probably.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Just you open that browser,
Are we doing?
monitoring. Just hit try again. All right. All right. Okay. So so far, what all things you understand that Azure is used to host multiple services, whether it is a virtual machine, a storage, database, app service, right? Then
Mhm.
you also understand how these services can be made available by using different availability options. Plus, how we can go and secure this application. Plus, how we can recover the application and data in case if some disaster happen. Correct?
Mhm.
Right? But even after doing so many things, is it possible that your Azure might be target by some malicious people? Okay, they can enter into your account and they can maybe destroy your server. They can hack your database. All this can be possible. Correct. So
Yeah.
how we can ensure that we whether whatever the configuration you do with Microsoft Azure, is it secure enough? Is there any problem? So to help people to understand where they are missing in the security, what is their
Uh-huh.
current security standard, there is one tool which monitor all your configuration. Okay,
Okay.
that tool
Yeah.
is called Azure Security Center. So click the three dot. Stream last, you will find there is something called Security Center. Yes, click that one. So this Security Center give you a complete overview about where you are missing, what things you have not configured, depending upon what all services you have used in your company. Okay, just click on overview on the top.
It's not
Scroll
visible
down.
icon.
Yeah,
No.
just scroll down.
Yeah.
Scroll down. No, no, from this side. From this side. Yeah, yeah. Scroll down completely below. Below. Below you see a button. Okay, just say skip. It's a paid service,
Mhm.
but we can go with the free one. So I say that this is. So what this dashboard is going to give you? This dashboard
Mhm.
is going to give you whether you are secure enough. What is your regulatory compliance? Are you following your regulatory compliance? What is your insight? How many services you are running? That is inventory. And whether do you use Windows Defender to monitor your services? Since it's just a free account and you have not any services running, so
Mhm.
it's being blank. Just go to
Mhm.
Google and type Azure Security Center, and let's pick up some of the dashboard that when you have a full services, how it will look like. Click images. Just take the maybe first one. Just be there. So this is one of the sample which is there, which showing that it will first of all show you that ideally the type of services which you are using currently. Your score should be 720, right? But you
Uh-huh.
only scored 552,
Uh-huh.
right? Now what we are missing? So here it will again show you that there is some issues I have found in compute and apps. So you have a 14 compute and app services running. You see below,
Yeah, yeah. I
right?
see.
Then
Yeah.
you have 15 storage services. There is some problem in the storage services also. It found that there is a two problem with your user account, correct? So
Yeah.
it give you the full detail how your Azure is look like. And when you click any of the item, it will open more detailed information about that. Okay. So
Yeah.
by seeing this dashboard, you can figure it out where you stand today in terms of Azure security. Okay. How will you
Okay.
correct it? It will also give you the full information. Go back to your Azure. So currently you have no recommendation, you have no security, you have nothing, nothing, nothing. You have nothing here. Let me check if I have my pen. Let me try if I am getting mine on something. Hotmail.com. And now I think this one. if I am not wrong. This is big problem between you. Hmm. So let me go to my security center and let's see if I have something which we can see now. Yeah, something I have at least. So now I see that it is showing that currently my score is 0 because I do not have any services running. But on the basis of my configuration, it is giving me 3 recommendation, right? Yeah, right. So likewise, that will give you a recommendation for everything, right? For example, in inventory, it is showing me I have total 4 resources, out of which one is unhealthy. Correct?
Yeah.
When you click here, let's say for an example, what is the recommendation Microsoft is giving to me? How can I do that? So it is showing me the detail like that. Just look at that. Hey, you have not enabled MFA. MFA means you will receive an SMS whenever you try to log into your Azure portal.
Is
Okay?
it
Yeah,
multi-factor
authentication.
authentication?
Right. You say that you have not enabled. Then it say that there is some problem in your access and permission. Then it say that you have not implemented security best practices. Okay? I say Microsoft, hey Mr. Microsoft, I do not know how to enable the MFA. He said that don't worry, just click that. So the moment you click that one, it will give you that these are the 2 things where you have to enable the MFA. So you just click any of them. It will open you the whole related steps. Just look at that. Okay. You say
Yeah.
that go there, click there, click there, click there, click there. Correct. So
Yeah.
security center will not only giving you the whole dashboard, security center will also give you that how you can improve your security score. Okay, they will give
Yep.
you the full steps. So what we generally do, we actually, let's say for example, I visit to any customer XYZ. Okay, that customer say that no, my Azure is running fine. I say okay, no problem sir, your Azure is running fine just because God is with you. But is that really your Azure is secure? What happens if someone really want to target you? Are you able to protect yourself? Till the time no one targeting you, you are safe, right?
Yeah.
Correct. But so he said that no, my Azure is secure. Okay, can we come to your security center? So I generally drag the customer to their security center, and when customers see that, they actually surprised. They said that thing I was not aware. I think that my everything is secure, but it is showing that there is so many things which we have not configured. Correct,
Yep.
right? So we say that yes, you can go there. You have to, if you want to really improve your security, you can do that. And we generally, if the customer say that, can you suggest me the best way? Then I generally go and download this as a CSV report. Okay, all the recommendation will get downloaded to me. I said that send me the email. He sent this Excel file to me in an email. Then I analyze in a backend and I give them the suggestion. Correct? So it is giving me everything now, right? That your is my recommendation. This is what the security risk you have, how whether your severity is high or low, right? Which should you should do, which should not you do. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah, right. So this is a very first thing you have to keep in your mind, that to whenever you are handling any Azure, any customer Azure, always visit security center once in a 2 months or 3 months.
Okay.
Okay, just to check out, is there anything which you probably misconfigured or maybe not configured? What would be the
Mm,
impact, right? Correct.
mm.
And then you can accordingly you can suggest to your management that can we do that. They have to really do the assessment also, right? Because for an example, if you enable MFA for all user, it will be a problem for a common user, because every time then they have to carry their phone, right? Correct now,
Mm.
log into the portal. So maybe some people do not like it, right? So you have to
Yeah.
all you have to understand that what is your scenario, what is your environment. In that environment, what security standard you should allow. But from where you will get the whole dashboard? You will get the dashboard from Microsoft Security Center. Good. Now,
Yep.
second thing which generally customer miss, that they either have a problem in their security. Sometimes they are running the services which for which they paying very high. They are running a server with, let's say, 32 GB RAM or 64 GB RAM. For that, Microsoft is charging very heavily. But customer have no clue whether that 64 GB RAM server which they are using are basically using that amount of RAM or not. Right? If that server is
Mm.
not using 64 GB continuously, then it is better to uh, uh, remove such amount of RAM and save the cost. Make it 64 GB to 48 GB or maybe 32 GB, right? So your cost can be half. But who is going to advise you? You might have to call external consultant, right? But Azure says that you do not have to call external consultant and to pay the price. We have something else is a part of your Microsoft Azure. So go to that three dot again. Below you see there is something called Advisor, right? What the advisor does, advisor will advise you where you can save the cost. Advisor will advise you where you can improve your security.
Mm.
Advisor will advise you where you can increase the reliability of your services. Maybe you should have two server as a load balancer, but you have only implemented one, and because of that you face multiple downtimes in last 3 months or 6 months,
Mm.
right? Advisor will also advise you how you can maybe use the automation to increase your operational excellence. Advisor will also advise you that where you are in terms of performance of your services, in either you have a virtual machine or app services or database server, whether their performance is okay, basis on how many how many hits you are getting, how much connection you are getting, right? So let's go back to Google and just see that a sample dashboard of Microsoft Advisor. Let's look at that. So I will go to that here. I will see a dashboard. So this is how the Microsoft Advisor may be going to give you. So this is Advisor. This is a sample dashboard. in this dashboard, if you see, what is saying that in the high availability you have a 4 recommendation. So it will on the basis of the nature of services you running in Microsoft Azure, how you are using it, it will give you a recommendation whether you should implement high availability or not. It will also give you the recommendation in the security. It will also give you a cost saving. Just look at that cost. On the
Yeah.
basis of that, it is showing that you can save up to $7,437. How? They have a recommendation for you. Maybe some servers or some services which you have running in Microsoft Azure is using pretty high compute in a background, and because of that you are getting too much bill. But in fact, your services does not utilize that, right? So it is going to
Yeah.
suggest reduce the RAM or CPU from the server or database so that your performance will not affected because you are anyhow not utilizing it, but your cost is going to be down. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these two services, one is called Microsoft Security Center, second one is called Microsoft Azure Advisor, will give you the full-fledged detail about your services running in Microsoft Azure, which are Security Center and Advisor.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So when you try to implement the monitoring, this is something which you are going to use the services in Microsoft Azure. So now with that, Priti, this is what we have to cover in Microsoft Azure architecture. Okay, but there are few things which I want to know before we winding up. Whatever you see in Azure, it's not an Azure only.
Mm.
Azure has many other services. Okay, for an
Mm.
example, I give you an example that, let's say, just look how the people use it. Okay? London Police wants to implement AI system where people face can get read. So generally there is some AI scanner which will read the facial expression. Okay, and then
Yeah.
it will tell you that whether your expression looks suspected or it's normal. Now where I will use which service of the Azure I am going to use. Maybe I want to implement and chat where participant can talk in any language, but it should get translated in their language of preference. Correct now?
Yeah.
Right? I know French, so I will speak French. I will write in French.
Yeah.
You understand English, so it will automatically translate everything to an English. Now, which service of Microsoft I am going to use? I hope you understand, right? So
Yeah.
it means that when we talked about Microsoft Azure, it's not limiting to the services we generally learn in the syllabus. There are more services available which is basically a real use cases. Okay, just for an
Yeah.
example, I am going there and I am going to type a service called Azure Cognitive Services. What the services is called? Azure
Azure Cognitive Service.
Services, right?
Yeah.
So when you click that one, you have something. Just click that one. No, hold on. This is the URL called aidemo.microsoft.com. Okay, just hit that one. Scroll down. Let's say, for an example, scroll down more. Say computer vision. Just say try it out. Try it. Good. Now, what this computer vision says that, for an example, you can just give them the image and it will tell you the story. So let's say, for an example, I want to implement, or maybe a traffic police of New York want to implement a kind of a system where if someone jump the red light, okay, they catch
Yeah.
their vehicle number. So I do not want the whole car picture. I only want the number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see there is a second called read text. Just click next step. Click next step. All good. Now you see that there are some picture it is already showing you. So let's say, for an example, select the second one. Just select the second one. Yeah. Scroll down. Scroll down. What is showing now? From the whole picture, it only read 42. Correct?
Yep. Yep.
Right? Right? So likewise that if you have a traffic camera installed and if someone jump the red light, traffic camera will capture the car, but this service will only read the number plate.
Yep.
Correct? Right? Now let's go next. Likewise that you can do have a number of use cases. Just go next. Same way you can just read the handwriting, right? Scroll down, next, go down, next. Now this will give you that if you upload a picture and you want to know who is that, why this is important. I tell you, for example, let's say Joe Biden wants to take an oath. So he invited 1,000 people. Okay. One
Yep.
of the people is, let's say, ambassador of India.
Yep.
But the problem with the security forces is that they've never seen the ambassador. No one know who is the ambassador, right? So someone will come suddenly and say that, hey, I am the ambassador of India. How the security forces is go and verify that it's really that ambassador,
Yeah.
correct? So what it does, it will take the photographs of that person, they put it in this database. This database is having billions of people who is already either on a good government position, known persons, known in the world somewhere. Okay, so they just scan and it will tell that yes, this is the same person or not.
Yeah.
Got that right? So these are the some of the real use cases of Microsoft Azure. Just go with the hands-on with AI again. Just click
Which one?
hands on with the AI here. Okay, scroll down. Just like that, same way we have something which is called text analytics. Right? In the text analytics, you just type your message and then it will read out so many things. For an example, I am saying that I am going to develop app, but I do not know much about coding. So when you say that in this sentence, what I exactly try to say, what do you try to analyze?
I'm going to develop a new application. I don't have. I don't. I
So
don't
this
match it.
this text is telling me that I am bit negative, but I also have some inspiration. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say I want to develop an app when someone check in my hotel and when they try to leave the hotel, what they are writing as a feedback, I want to analyze that. For example, I am giving a text. Service is disgusting. Bad coffee, bad room. It is positive sentence, negative sentence. Let's see what my AI is saying. So what is saying that the sentiment is
Negative.
negative, right? So just remember, when I want to implement a feedback system where millions of people will give the feedback, okay, it is not possible for any person to go and read each one feedback, correct? Huh? Because we ask 10 questions, so it is not possible for a person. And when we want to do a survey, who is the best president, okay, so millions of people will give their opinion. So how as an individual I can go and learn so much? So what I did now, I put all their survey into this AI. They will read every one sentence and then they will say that out of the 1 million people, 80% like this, 20% do not like this.
Yeah.
Correct? Huh?
Yeah.
Right? Right? So why I want to show you that it's not related to any topic, any subject, but this is the real life or real world application. Okay? This is how Azure is going to be used most of the time. Not only for server, not only for storage, not only for database. Azure is used for much other purpose as well. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of the example which you have to use that. Second thing which you always take care in your mind, whenever you have to deploy a new Azure, your complete your complete experience depending upon what as a user. Azure is very good, no doubt. But what make your experience good or bad with Azure?
What does that mean? Hello?
I say that you are using Azure or you are planning to deploy an Azure for a customer. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the fundamental thing a customer must have so that the experience of using Azure is good with the customer? Otherwise, customer will don't definitely do not going to like it.
Security would be.
No. what will happen when you try to type portal.azure.com and it take 2 minute time to load? Your experience is good or bad?
Bad.
So bad, right? But this
Yeah.
is not a fault of Azure. Azure is very good. What is the fault here? It's a
Fault would be.
bandwidth, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, because you are going to use Azure, every service of Azure, you are going to connect using internet.
Yeah. Probably
Yeah,
internet problem.
if your customer does not have a good internet bandwidth, then
Mhm.
they are going to cry with Azure. They will say that, yaar, one server I try to access, it will take 3 minutes. Arey yaar, server is very fast. The problem is that the connection which you try to hit, it's problem, right? Good. Yes,
And
Pratik?
also, like, do they use VPN and all in the offices, or it's just through
Yeah,
their internet?
VPN also is a problem, correct? Because end
Yeah.
of the day, you are making a connection using internet, huh?
Yeah.
Right? So for that, Azure is say that why not you check your internet problem? Okay, so just type here bandwidth, or maybe you can just type here Azure speed test enter. So you will get a URL called Azure latency test. Okay, just right click here, open this one. Now you have to keep down all this one which I am using AI demo, right? Keep all this URL somewhere noted. Okay. This is the URL number one, AI demo. URL number two is called Azure latency test. For an example, I want to check that in which part of the world you are in. From there, how fast you can reach to Microsoft Azure. So let's say in which part of the data center you are in, South Central, is it
I'm in the
North,
central,
Central,
south central, south
South,
central.
South Central. So let's say for example, from your home to South Central data center of Microsoft, with your current
Yeah.
speed, what is the current speed you are going to get? Look at that. Oh, good. You only getting 60 ms, 60 millisecond delay.
Mm.
Correct?
Yeah.
It means that you are actually reaching the Microsoft data center much faster. But let's say I change the location. I say that now how long you are going to take when actually you are trying to hit central India from your home. Look at that now. Look at that now.
Mm.
Got that now, right? So it means that when you are selecting a data center for Microsoft for your services, you have to keep this fact in your mind. Correct?
So you have to select the ones that is like closest to your where you are
Yeah, exactly.
in order for it
Otherwise,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
otherwise your speed will you will cry with the speed.
Yeah.
Huh? And then you start blaming that Microsoft is not good. Correct, huh?
Yeah.
Right? Same way from let's say from if you have a data center, let's say your storage is in central India. Okay. Now, how much download speed you are going to get? So you have something called download speed. You see this side, right?
Yeah.
So
Mm.
you just download a virtual file from Central India data center to your laptop. Just look at how much time it is going to take. So I'm saying download a file. Just look that.
Yeah.
Correct. So it
Yeah.
is actually more than a minute or 2 minutes, right? Let me
Yeah.
cancel that. Let me cancel it. Same way, if you the moment you change the data center, which is a Sound Central US, and when you try to download a file, you will see the speed difference. Now look at that. It's coming in a second now.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Right? Same way, you can also likewise that you have to test. You have to test upload speed. You can test download speed. You can check the latency. Right? Correct?
Yeah.
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 Right. And likewise that you have so many options which is available there. Let's say for an example, you want to you want to open a you want to open a specific port from Microsoft Azure from your office. These are the
Okay.
range of IP which is available, which you
Hmm.
have to allow in Microsoft in your firewall. Okay, for each region
Okay.
there is a different firewall. There is a different range of IP, right? So
Yeah.
if you want to make more secure, then you block all the other port and IP and open only these IP and these only ports. That's it. Good,
Yeah.
right? So what this service is called? Azure Speed.com,
Speed dot
right?
com. Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
this is not again, it's not part of any syllabus, but this is a very practical use of Microsoft Azure, right? So maybe when you try to explain someone, you can ask a very blunt question. If someone will ask that, okay, what is the first thing you will check when you want to deploy a Microsoft Azure? You say that I want to check first bandwidth. Do you have adequate bandwidth? And then I will suggest that which data center you should take. If you do not have an adequate bandwidth, then before installing or before configuring Microsoft Azure for your user, I advise you to please increase your bandwidth.
Yeah.
Correct? Correct now?
Yep.
Otherwise, you will blame me that you give him a wrong service. No, I have given you right service. 100 customer is happy. You are not happy just because your bandwidth is a problem. Then customer may ask you, you have not told me before, right? Correct now? You only told
Yeah.
me that Azure is good. So this is the things which you have to always keep in your mind when you are discussing something like that. Now the last thing, when you are going into the field, you might have to implement a very complex architecture which you never heard of. It happens, right? Might be you
Yep.
sometimes you work in a airlines industry, another job might be in a banking industry, another can be a defense industry. So every industry, every have a different kind of a requirement and architecture, right? So
Yep.
for people like us who actually wants to implement a different architecture, Microsoft has something which is called as an architect center. Remember, these all things we use as a practical. Okay, it's not actually cover everywhere, anywhere, but this is something which is actually used by a field guy, yeah, who actually know or work in Azure. So that is called Azure Architect Center. So just go to Azure Architect Center, and in this Architect Center, you just have to find out how you want to deploy what you want to deploy, right? So you have a different type of services or something which is already available there, right? So maybe you can type your technology area, your in which area you are exactly looking for the architecture, right? So let's say for an example, I say that I want to use an architecture which I never did in my life. I called as I called as CI/CD for microservices. I don't know CI/CD. I don't know Microsoft services, right? If I simply click here, now it is going to give me some kind of an architecture which I can go and use that terminology inside my Microsoft Azure. Okay, so for anything which you want to know, a specific to an industry, a specific to a services, where you have to come, to the Microsoft Architecture Center. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So you just have to go, you just have to come, use these services, and then you describe the services, understand that, you get that whole process here, and then you are done for that, right? So which are things which you have to keep in your mind? Remember all these tools which is used by the practical people, not by the theoretical people, because this is not the syllabus part, right? Number one, Azure Speed. Number two, AI demo. Number three, Azure architecture. Four, Azure calculator. You remember we did that?
Yeah.
Correct. So
Yeah.
these are the sum of the link which you always keep handy with you, and I suggest that keep all this link ready with you. So whenever you are meeting someone or answering someone or giving an interview, you actually use these words before the interviewer. Okay? They will make them differentiate that you are actually a practical people or you are a theoretical people. Correct?
Yep.
Right now, right? So this will make that, make all this as a note, and then you always keep it this handy. We will help you to design this architecture and define this architecture. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. So now this is the end, but what I suggest you that you go and implement that. I will send you the AZ900 dumps. Okay, good. You
Yep.
try to go through that dumps and then follow. You will just go through the dumps. It has totally, I believe, around 150 questions. So your exam will come within this 150 only.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no question coming beyond. It's all one within 150 questions, and some questions you found it's kind of a repetitive kind of a thing.
Oh,
Just
okay.
they change the word and they put it inside that. Okay, so
Okay.
in 900 you get only 25 question to answer.
How many questions?
25.
That's all?
That's all. That's all. If you answer 25 question, you pass.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If you do
So you
not
have to get
answer,
24 right.
yeah.
So how many altogether questions?
There is no guarantee. Sometimes I only get 21 questions because all my 21 is correct.
Oh,
Right?
okay. Or it
But
depends on how much you got right. Okay, I got
right.
it.
So let's say, for example, it give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First question has a weight, let's say 10.
Uh-huh.
Second has a weight, let's say 0. It means that you
Uh-huh.
answer, not answer does not matter. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Third, let's say weight has a 50.
Uh-huh.
Fourth has a weight has a 10. Fifth has
Yeah.
a weight, let's say 5. So for an
Mm-hmm.
example, I correctly answered this one.
Mm-hmm.
Then I did a wrong answer to 2. Then I correctly answered 3. Then I
Mm-hmm.
correctly answer 5. I
Mm-hmm.
miss let's say 6. So 6 has
Mm-hmm.
a 5 weightage and 10 weightage. So Microsoft
Mm-hmm.
AI will detect, the exam AI detect that you
Mm-hmm.
are actually answering the high priority questions much better. So it will start throwing you much tougher questions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it happens that might be only in 18 questions you will pass the exam. But if
Mm-hmm.
you keep failing, let's say 10, first you fail, first you mark
Mm-hmm.
wrong, second you mark correct, third again
Mm-hmm.
you mark wrong. That is the highest priority,
Mm-hmm.
right? So then it will
Mm-hmm.
be more question. It will be more easy now.
Mm-hmm.
So more you solve, more you get tougher. More you do not solve, the number of question will increase, but questions complexity will be down. You understand the pattern now?
Yeah.
Yes. So try to answer the question. It will only come from the dumps only. Okay. Once you confident by having 100 agent 900 completely, then you can try for 104. 104 is a very latest one. So I suggest that first go through it dumps very clearly, completely, because as of now dumps is not giving the 100% guarantee. But now I think it's already 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I cleared, it was just 2 weeks only. I have to clear because I
You
have to
cleared
take a corporate.
both of them?
Yeah. So when Microsoft announced this certification, I have to clear, because being an MCT, you have to clear within 1 month. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, but at that time, I was really very struggling. I struggled very high because I purchased the dumps, but from the dumps, only 30% question comes.
Oh.
Right. But now I think it's enough time has happened. I think that people now make a good dumps.
Okay.
Okay. Now, okay. But this is a later stage. First, you have to focus only on this one. Okay. Then
Yeah,
I will give you. Then I will give
I'm
you
going
one.
through going through the notes for the 900. I have to get that out.
Then I will give you one ebook. It is Microsoft authorized ebook. Okay. So that ebook will prepare you for general Microsoft administration, Azure administration.
Oh, okay. So that's the 104.
General. It's not certificate wise.
Oh, okay.
It's a general admission. It's not meant for certification. It is only meant for the people who wants to now, let's say, learn the Azure administration. Okay. Okay. So that ebook will be here, right? Now you have to send your full name. Okay. Maybe to Aditi, which you want to print on your certificate.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All good. So we are meeting for your what project next week.
Oh, okay.
Sure, no? But you keep practicing. Or if anything you have, you just ping me. I'm available till evening. Every evening.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we are resuming maybe from Monday or maybe from Tuesday. Okay.
Okay. Monday?
Monday, yeah, sure. Yes.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
And so for the projects and all, how do I do it? Do I get help, or how do I haven't done
project you have to do with me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because project is complex, right? So
yeah, it is complex. Yeah.
You have to design the whole documentation, and then you have to do a project. Okay. So I am planning 2 projects for you. One is called implement secure GDPR. You know GDPR? It's a European security standard.
Yeah.
Secure GDPR network in Azure. This is a project number 1. Okay. Then I am planning to give you another project. You have to. I am not sure how many projects you are going to take, but one project which I want to use that Azure migration, because this is also very much required, right? How will you migrate something from on-premises to on-cloud? Third, I maybe recommend you to go with the CI/CD project.
How can I do something in security so I get a little bit idea on
so
that?
First one I have given you in security.
Oh, that's security. Okay, yeah.
Okay, and that's why I have given this one first.
Yeah.
Correct? So in this way, you understand little bit of GDPR also. Okay. And then you understand we are going to implement the full-fledged security in the Microsoft Azure. Okay, full secure network with VPN, with DDoS, with Bastion network. All this will be a component of this Azure security network. Okay. Second, we will do Azure migration. Or maybe if you want to go with third, then I recommend to go with CI/CD DevOps project. Okay. So this will cover almost every area of Microsoft Azure.
I thought I totally is it 2 projects or how is it? I don't know.
all are different projects. So
Uh-huh.
if you want to opt two, you can opt two. If you want to opt one, you can opt one. If you want to opt all three, you can go all three.
About the price changes or?
Price will changes. Yes.
Okay, so I just said like two, I believe. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
go with two. I recommend that go with one, maybe migration, right? And second, go
Yeah,
with the security.
yeah. I think I'll do that. Yeah,
Perfect, no? Right? So
yeah.
after the project, you will get the project experience letter from us. Okay. So it means that you can produce this experience letter to anyone that you
Okay,
does the freelancing project for TechPlace Consulting Services.
okay. Yeah,
Correct, no? Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Chalo,
And then
all.
when will you'll send me the dumps for the 900, isn't it?
I will try to send you maybe on Saturday.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. Yeah,
Anna? Yeah. When I'm
yeah,
uploading the videos, no? At that day
yeah.
I will
That's
send.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Perfect.
yeah.
Okay. Chalo. See you. All the way.
Thank you
And
so
send your
much. Yeah.
full name to Diti so that we will print this certificate.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.